Sustainable Farming Week is sponsored by John Deere. Your land, your brand. Technology, equipment, and support to help you farm better now and generations from now.
This week, we'll be focusing on sustainability across all of our Farm Journal brands. As farmers constantly look for ways to do more with less, they're working smarter and finding new ways to be efficient that are also good for their farm's longevity. Farm Journal's Tyne Morgan introduces us to one Kansas farmer driving technology toward his sustainability goals.
Every year my brother and I, Matthew, were partners, and we kind of like to take a 30,000 foot approach and poke holes in our operation. And where are we spending too much money? Where can we save?
A never-ending journey to solve problems on their own farm, they started EGE Products to manufacture specialty ag chemicals and fertilizers.
I like to say our farm is a 20,000 acre research farm. In our office, we have a full-scale laboratory with formulation chemists, PhD chemists, chemical engineers. So we see problems on the farm and we bring them back to our formulations team and we try to work on solutions.
With the farm to then put those products to the test, Jaeger says they're constantly innovating. Diving right into the latest technology, one of the latest products they decided to try wasn't something they produced on their own. Instead, it was added to this.
It's like that technology was built for our farm.
John Deere's See & Spray.
We didn't approach See & Spray technology to specifically reduce costs. A lot of it for us was reducing the toxicity of some of the chemicals that we were using on the farm.
Jaeger says they run their sprayer 11 months out of the year here, and he's the one who's typically in the driver's seat.
I put about 600 hours a year in the seat of one of our sprayers, and I don't like paraquat. And what See & Spray has allowed us to do, chemistries that perform the same, but they were a little too expensive, it has allowed us to integrate that chemistry more into our operation.
Instead of looking at technology as a way to save on cost, Jaeger says it's a way to do a more effective job.
And I've found that we're going out earlier more often than we normally would. A lot of times you want to wait. If you're going to blanket spray, you want to wait till, you know, there's enough out there to justify the application. And for us, we don't have to wait because we know maybe we're only going to spray 5% of the field.
Pigweed and resistant grasses like switchgrass, those have become Jaeger's yearly battle.
What this See & Spray technology allows us to do is run a more concentrated spray mixture, a high rate of glyphosate or clethodim, but we're only spraying that particular weed, not the whole field. So we can run a higher rate of that chemical, get way better control, and our costs are still very minimal because we're only spraying that target weed that's out there.
Farming smarter while always trying to innovate. The Jaegers say it's technology like this that seem to have a perfect fit here in Southwest Kansas.
Like I said, this technology, it's like it was built for our farm.
Now, be sure to join us this week over at agweb.com for a company-wide emphasis on sustainable farming. Our editors will look at balancing practices and profits that sustain the land, resources, and family. Coverage this week over at agweb.com. How could possible new tariffs impact the ag market? We'll discuss it more coming up next. And later, researchers are attempting to grow this rice seed.
Sustainable Farming Week is brought to you by Neogen. Prioritizing herd health and embracing genomic testing are key steps toward maximizing your operation's success. Stay ahead of the curve, invest in your herd's health, and uncover their full potential.